Nazywam się Magdalena Swat-Pawlicka. Jestem dyrektorką programową w Szkole Edukacji Polsko-Amerykańskiej, Fundacji Wolności i Uniwersytetu Warszawskiego. Zajmuję się też dydaktyką literatury i języka polskiego. Projekt Erasmus, w którym uczestniczymy jako Szkoła Edukacji, dotyczy wymiany doświadczeń i pomysłów, tworzenia nowych idei w zakresie doskonalenia i kształcenia przyszłych nauczycieli, doskonalenia nauczycieli, którzy pracują już w szkołach, także w celu przygotowywania ich do współpracy zarówno z kandydatami na nauczycieli, jak i z przyszłymi młodymi nauczycielami.
Magdalena Radwan, jestem prezeską Fundacji Dobrej Edukacji, która prowadzi Szkołę Edukacji Polsko-Amerykańskiej, Fundacji Wolności i Uniwersytetu Warszawskiego. Jestem też dyrektorką do spraw rozwoju w Szkole Edukacji. Nasz projekt Erasmus nazywa się Efektywne strategie edukacyjne. Tutaj chodzi i o kształcenie nauczycieli, i o dobre nauczanie szkolne. Dla mnie chodzi przede wszystkim o spojrzenie na irlandzkie doświadczenia budowania profesjonalizmu nauczycieli. Myślę tu szczególnie o działalności Teaching Council w Irlandii, też mieści się w Maynooth, tam gdzie mieści się uniwersytet, nasz partner, i o standardach pracy, standardach kształcenia nauczycieli, które my w Szkole Edukacji też stworzyliśmy i też staramy się z nimi pracować i promować pracę z nimi w systemie edukacji w Polsce.
I'm Delonte, so I'm an assistant professor of education in the Department of Education at Maynooth University. So for me, this is kind of the epitome of community of practice. So like Etienne Wenger would talk about a community of practice, a collective of professional educators trying to learn from each other and to develop new approaches to, in this case, teacher education, because all of us are teacher educators in this Erasmus project. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's really about engaging in that community of practice and learning between two different geographical contexts. In the relationship between Poland and Ireland is very interesting because obviously we have a massive diaspora, exactly, of Polish citizens now, and even second generation Irish-Polish people now, including some on our own teacher ed programs that are born of Polish parents that immigrated here.
Kinga Białek, dydaktyczka języka polskiego, tutorka nauczycieli języka polskiego w Szkole Edukacji. Spotkały się dwie instytucje kształcące nauczycieli. I oczywiście jest wiele różnic między naszymi instytucjami, przede wszystkim dotyczące skali tego przedsięwzięcia. Natomiast dzięki temu, że miałyśmy okazję zobaczyć, w jaki sposób Uniwersytet Maynooth kształci nauczycieli, oni, nasi goście, mieli szansę zobaczyć to, w jaki sposób my kształcimy przyszłych nauczycieli w Szkole Edukacji. Mogliśmy nazwać podobieństwa, mogliśmy nazwać wspólne wyzwania, na które możemy odpowiadać, ucząc się od siebie nawzajem. I przede wszystkim takim dla mnie najważniejszym efektem tego projektu jest to, że uczymy się rozwiązywać problemy, to znaczy szukamy takich rozwiązań, takich dobrych praktyk, które moglibyśmy zastosować u nas i które pomogłyby nam odpowiadać na zdefiniowane przez nas trudności.
So my name is Dermot Hyland and I'm an assistant lecturer in the Department of Education in Maynooth University in Ireland. Well, the project, I suppose from our perspective, was an excellent opportunity to kind of have an exchange between two groups of students, teachers, educators in Warsaw and then in Maynooth in Ireland. And so we were able to host you and kind of show us how things worked in our setting, and then we were able to return to Warsaw to visit you.
So I'm Janet Dempsey and I work at Maynooth University. I'm a senior lecturer and my area of expertise is curriculum studies. Yeah, so we kind of started from two different places in a way, in that we've had rolling changes in Ireland. So it wasn't quite like where you're starting. And we consulted quite a lot. So we consulted with parents, with business, with interest groups, with students. We went out and we talked to students about what they wanted in their learning experience. And they were telling us things like, we feel really stressed and we feel our well-being has been impacted by this high-stakes terminal exam at the end of our 6 years of learning. and they said we want some break in that, and maybe that there's some other ways of assessing it. They were looking for changes in assessment. They were looking for changes in the way they were able to engage with learning as well, and that there wasn't this huge amount of rote learning and having to learn things off by heart and regurgitate them onto paper in an exam, and kind of much more experiential learning to happen at school level. And parents were also worried about their young people having this awful stress in their lives, but also parents wanted the best for their children, of course, so they want them to go to third level. And so we've a very high participation rate in third level in Ireland, so because we don't have a vocational and academic track, so every young person has a chance to go to third level, so our participation rates are quite high. So yeah, there was a lot of different. Then we had the business people telling us we don't have enough computer science, we don't have people who can do coding for us. STEM industry saying we need more STEM graduates. Sustainability, you know, around that sort of the graduates we need to look towards a different future. So we introduced 2 new subjects into the curriculum. One is drama and arts education, and the other is sustainability and global citizenship education. The consultation, we did a lot of consultations, but I suppose if I was to be critical of how we do change in Ireland, it's slow, and maybe that's a really good thing, but sometimes the young people that are sitting in front of us need it a bit faster than we're able to do it for them. And
How long was the process?
it's been going on now for like 7 years, but really the first talk of this redevelopment happened 20 years ago. And we had small change along the way. So I said we've kind of rolling change all the time. We've a very good curriculum body in Ireland who are very active and very representative of the country. So I think that's important as well, that these decisions aren't being made by a few people, that it's very representative. So there's representatives from the teacher unions, from the subject associations, from the parents, from the students. Students sit on our curriculum council, a representative of students. So I think that's important as well.
But what I think this project has done is definitely shown us some practices that certainly could be effective in that idea of developing a more holistic approach to educational purpose. And I think that's, so, you know, if you want to frame it that way, I think then we've found some effective strategies between both contexts.